So I think I read that a lot of your deals, nearly 2/3 are off market. So talk us through what that actually means, and then how you come to find these properties that potentially are for sale but aren't obviously listed out there for people to be having a look at.
Yeah, so commercial is a very private world. So think about like the local guy who owns your supermarket. He might be quite a well-known businessman. He doesn't want to go plaster. This happens a lot more than you think. He doesn't want to go tell everyone who's selling that property because one, it could spook the tenant. Two, he might have people in that area that he doesn't want to know about his personal side of things. It's not like selling a house where like you just put it on the open market and there's a mass number of people to buy it. So off market makes more sense from an agency point of view too, because if it's a higher price point asset, there's less mass marketing benefit because you probably know who the rich buyers are in town. So you just go direct to them.
Yeah.
So we are known for that. And it's like a good developer. Same analogy. You're not going to get the best development site going on a real estate site. You're going to get it because someone knows that neighbor who's maybe they've just got divorced and all of a sudden they want to sell quick off market. That's how you get good deals. So you can still get a very good deal online. And I guess the major example of that, or the most common one, is there's been a price adjustment. They priced it too high and we're the first to know it's been dropped in price. So private worlds, off-market deals, it's where the good deals come from.
So practically, do you need to go around door knocking some of these commercial building owners and finding out who might be keen to sell?
Sometimes, but it's more you leverage off the agents because that's what they do. So agents, in a way, almost like are indirect support staff for us because we love working with a good sales agent because they're the ones who've spent 20 years building relationships with all the local owners. But we need to have a relationship with that agent to show we're a deal maker. We've got qualified buyers. We'll move quick. We're educated buyers too. So we'll do due diligence and not because you don't want to buy a property and then freak out because of something that's gone wrong. Like we will know what's wrong at the time of offering and then we've got due diligence clauses and finance clauses in there to protect the buyers. So you can really, I guess you don't make mistakes and the agents see that as a deal closer and all of a sudden you just start getting fed good deals. So I guess my business, Rethink Investing, is almost like scaling relationships on a very large scale that kind of bring deals all day, every day in. And still you got to reject 95% of them. That's the other thing. Like, even if it's you got to buy the best of the best. Otherwise, what are we doing?
Yeah, you put your reputation on the line and you don't have a business for too long, right? So, sure, you could probably cut a deal and make some money, but that's not very sustainable long term. So you must chew up a lot of time doing due diligence and whatnot for deals that don't then go through, right?
Correct, yeah. And it's one of the costs of doing business. So a due diligence process for us or our commercial process is quite extensive. It's over 100 points of checklist. So we got to go and understand what the council regulations are. Has that tenant registered for this property? Who owns the fit out? What's the make good provision on it when the tenant leaves? Is the lease fully net? Like, they might say one part of the lease that the tenant pays 100% of the outgoings, but then it might say, well, they don't pay for aircon maintenance. And then you've got to actually work all that back into the numbers. Yeah. So you're basically auditing the property. And then you get your building and pest report. You've got to then check every little detail there. You've got to get your service history of, like, there might be conveyor belts in there or, a roof that's getting aged. So you've got to price it all in. There's a lot in it. And if it doesn't go through, we're actually happy because we dodged a bullet. But if it goes through, then everyone's happy. It's a good deal.
So then how do you guys get paid?
So we're commission-based, so we get paid on settlement. So, I'll tell everyone we charge 1.9%. The way that works is, it's $1 million property. There's a 19 grand fee in there, but we're not even going to show you the deal unless we're negotiating, in that example, more than 19 grand off. So you're going to be ahead day one through negotiations alone, hopefully 4 to 5 times over as well. So we'll get that back easy. You're going to get value through the off-market deals, but the most valuable part's the due diligence. Like, you're going to find problems with every deal just on little scales. Like, it might be a leaky gutter that needs to be reconnected, or it might be there could be a structural issue, or we call the tenants up and, when we've done this thousands of times, you can smell a rat pretty easily, and you go, well, maybe that tenant's related to the owner and they've put the rent up a little bit higher and there's a game being played here we need to walk away from. And
interesting.
Hopefully we know all that before the offer, and we generally do. So that, I guess, that selection process of rejecting properties, a lot of that gets done before the client sees it. But we still need to get into the nuts and bolts.